Afternoon, everybody. It is great to be here on the South Side. We know the South Side's the best side, at least until I go to the East Side, West Side, and North Side later on today. But it's great to be here at the Reeves Center, a hub of hope in so many different respects. I want to thank Smart Columbus, the Franklin County Digital Equity Coalition, the Columbus Partnership, our great Franklin County Commissioners, our great City Council. It's so great to be here to talk about the innovation and equity in the future of Central Ohio. In Franklin County alone, over 80,000 households lack home internet access. Another 66,000 households don't have a computing device. This isn't just an inconvenience, it's a barrier to full participation in today's economy and society. Columbus has always been a city of innovation and inclusion. The Connect Us initiative represents our commitment to ensuring no resident is left behind in the digital age. This program aligns with our smart city vision of using technology to improve quality of life for all. The City of Columbus and Franklin County have committed $20.2 million through the American Rescue Plan to address this critical issue. This represents one of the biggest coordinated digital equity investments of any metropolitan area in the country. It's the old saying, don't tell me what your priorities are, show me your budget, and I'll tell you what your priorities are. What makes this program unique is the collaboration between government, nonprofit organizations, educational institutions, and private sector partners. This coalition approach ensures we're leveraging expertise and resources across sectors. The pandemic showed us that digital access isn't a luxury. It is essential infrastructure. When residents lack digital tools and skills, they face barriers to education, healthcare, employment, and civic participation. Every day a family remains disconnected is a day of missed opportunities, and that young person and that family falls further behind. That's not acceptable in America's Opportunity City. We know that we can't realize that vision of being the nation's capital for the middle class, a place where upward mobility is within reach for everybody. We can't become America's Opportunity City until we first become America's Equal Opportunity City. Now let's hear directly from the residents who are at the heart of this initiative, the families whose lives are being transformed by digital access. Let's take a look.
Everyday life keeps moving more online. Banking, school, staying connected, even applying for jobs. But a lot of people feel left out. That's why we created the Digital Skills Hub.
Everything in society today requires you to have some kind of digital skill, even going to park downtown. You gotta get an app, you gotta do your parking on a phone. So the Digital Skills Hub program is basic computer training, everything from how to turn on the device, how to use an internet browser, some of the basics of Google Workspace, all the way through privacy and security, passwords, how to keep your device safe.
It's a no-cost class for Franklin County residents. You'll learn the basics, and when you finish, you could get a no-cost device to keep.
Wow, a free iPad, I'll go. But I'm learning so much more that I could do.
To me, it's a refresher about privacy and security, but honestly, anybody can come to the class and learn something new.
I send my resume in the computer, so that way I got access to anybody they're hiring, and that's an advantage of having a computer do.
Been wanting to learn a new language for the longest, and he just showed us how to do that, so I'm actually on that now learning.
You don't need prior experience. You don't need to go fast. We work together, we go at your pace.
Most of the classes that I've had, we all share our lives and we share resources and people get to know each other, and that is deeply rewarding.
The environment's very cheerful and relaxed. Everybody will help each other.
Kind of like a group meeting. It wasn't like the professor is like above, so we was discussing back and forth.
You can take your time at your own pace. No one's rushing you.
We all have become like a little family in a matter of 2 days.
Find a class near you at any of our partner locations across Franklin County.
Come get a free laptop and learn how to use it. Better yourself in this tech world because technology is on the forefront and we all have the ability to be a part of it if we choose to be.
Hot Digital es una clase buena, una clase que te va a ayudar bastante durante la vida tuya.
The Digital Skill Hub is great. I don't say too many things is worth it, but this is worth it.
It gets you started. It gets you started. And then you realize you have access to things that you never thought you would have access to.
It's great work, exciting work. We are so excited about our announcement here today and taking this work to the next level. It's now my honor to introduce a great leader. It'll get me in trouble with the fellas, but this commissioner is my favorite commissioner, Erica Crawley, who is doing an incredible job around equity and opportunity and a great leader. Please welcome Commissioner Erica Crawley.
Thank you, Mayor. Really appreciate that. And good afternoon, everyone. I am your Franklin County Commissioner, Erica Crawley, and I bring greetings on behalf of the Franklin County Board of Commissioners and my colleagues, John O'Grady and Kevin Boyce. It is a privilege to be here today to celebrate the launch of the Digital Skills Hub, a transformative initiative and one of Franklin County's flagship investments in our commitment to digital equity. Today, we mark an important step forward in closing the digital divide and expanding opportunity for every corner of Franklin County. This isn't just about computers or internet access, it's about people. This is about power. The power to participate fully in a society that increasingly demands digital literacy just to access basic services. It's about ensuring that every resident, regardless of age, background, or zip code, has access to the tools they need to thrive in today's world. And here's what makes this moment so critical. While Washington retreats from digital equity, Franklin County is stepping up. The federal government ended the Affordable Connectivity Program last June, cutting internet subsidies for 23 million households nationwide. Then, this past May, the Trump administration canceled $2.5 billion in Digital Equity Act programs that would have supported communities like ours. But we didn't wait for Washington. As the mayor said, we invested $20.2 million of our own American Rescue Plan dollars because we understand something. Digital equity isn't charity, it's economic development. So let me be clear, equity is at the core of everything that we're doing. We are prioritizing those who have historically been left behind, older adults, veterans like myself, people with disabilities, justice involved individuals, and new Americans. The digital divide has hit these communities the hardest. That's why they are at the center of our strategy. Counties across the nation are watching for what Franklin County is doing. And I want them to know, if you ask me what I'm thinking about, I'm focused on my neighbors. The woman who doesn't have to feel anxious about her grandson being connected when it's time to do his online assignments. Because we know that when we improve digital access, academic achievement rises across the board. The veteran who can now access his benefits without a trip downtown. A job seeker who doesn't have to choose between phone data and applying for work. The senior who can schedule and attend their own doctor's appointments online. The parent who can log on to the school portal without asking for help. The person coming home from incarceration who can apply for housing and a job without depending on someone else. These are the neighbors that we're connecting. But we also know that in today's job market, digital skills aren't optional, they're essential. There is a clear economic incentive to support this project because it creates real pathways to opportunities. Research shows that workers with digital skills earn 38% more than those without. With 92% of all jobs now requiring some level of digital competency, this is a workforce development issue just as much as it is a justice issue. This program directly addresses the readiness gaps that employers in our region have identified repeatedly. Counties with better digital access show measurable lower unemployment and poverty rates. Franklin County can't afford to fall behind when digital infrastructure directly drives economic competitiveness. But beyond the numbers, and I can't stress this enough, this is about dignity. So we have a choice. We can grow and leave people behind, or we can grow intentionally, making sure everyone in our community has every opportunity to thrive and not just survive. So this is a county-wide effort, as you heard. Whether you live in the heart of Columbus or in one of our rural townships, this program is designed for you. We've partnered with 16 incredible implementation partners and organizations that reflect the diversity and geography of Franklin County. Together, we are reaching every community, every household, and every resident. Our approach is collaborative, strategic, and bold, and people are taking notice. The coordinated effort between the city and county government, our clear lines of accountability, and our shared investment, this is becoming a national model for digital equity. Our goal is clear, though. Train 10,000 residents and equip them with digital skills and new devices. And I'm proud to say we're well on our way with nearly 1,000 already trained throughout the pilot program. This is what equity looks like. This is what progress looks like. And this is only the beginning. Thank you. And now it is my honor to introduce my friend, Councilman Nicholas Bankston.
She wearing them shoes, but I didn't want you to fall now, so. Well, I'm the third elected official up here, so that means I'm gonna be the briefest. But no, so excited to be here today. Again, thank you to Mayor Ginther, our leader at the city level, as well as President Crawley for her leadership. As she said, there's so many things I'm gonna echo, but to talk about this partnership, this is very unique and we're really, really excited. It's not just a partnership between us, but also those 36 partnering agencies. I see so many of them here in the crowd. I see Alvis here is representing Raymond Austin, Workforce Development Director over there. Just really exciting stuff that is happening. You know, I chair our Finance and Governance Committee for City Council, and within that is our Department of Technology. And I've seen firsthand how our city services have increasingly moved online. Everything from paying property taxes and registering to vote to applying for permits and accessing critical benefits. But the truth is, too many of our residents, even today, when we think about 2025, us being a smart city, being the 15th largest city, still to this day, there are too many residents, particularly those in underserved neighborhoods, are being left behind. Without strong digital skills, they're effectively locked out of the government systems that are meant to serve them. And it goes beyond just accessing city services. During public safety incidents or severe weather events, digital access can be the difference between safety and tragedy. Residents need to be able to receive emergency alerts, locate shelter, and communicate with first responders quickly and reliably. That's why our work to expand digital access and skills isn't just important, it is urgent. This is our call. And when we talk about the digital age, this is something that we have to meet today. That's what's powerful about that approach here in Columbus is that it's collaborative, like everything that we do. City and county government are moving in lockstep with the shared investment and clear accountability. And other cities are taking notice, as President Crawley said. Our coordinated model is quickly becoming a national blueprint on how to do digital equity the right way. Why this matters, because when I travel throughout the city, every day I meet residents who are doing all they can, but still face digital barriers that limit their ability to engage with their government and access opportunities. The Digital Skills Hub is one way we are changing that. It connects residents with the tools and training they need, not only to navigate city systems, but to advocate for themselves, to support their families, and to thrive. That is what this is all about. That is what is at the heart of equity. That is what is at the heart of access. And that is what we're looking to do with this partnership. And we look to build a smarter and more inclusive Columbus for everyone in our community. And so I'm so excited about that work. When we talk about that collaborative spirit here in Columbus, we're not just getting this done by ourselves. It is a collective effort. And so I'm happy to introduce Chase Barney. He is with Jewish Family Services. He is actually one of our digital coaches over at Jewish Family Services. So he's on the front lines every day. So Chase, thank you for all you do. Come on up.
Thank you, Councilmember. I guess this makes me the first unelected official up here, but I will try not to take too long. Today is all about celebrating collaboration and how far we've come in addressing these vital community needs in Central Ohio. As a digital coach at Jewish Family Services, I've had the privilege of teaching the Digital Skills Hub classes throughout our pilot program, which began all the way back in the fall of 2023. And let me say, I've seen the incredible impact of this program firsthand. At Jewish Family Services, we've always responded to challenges in our community with compassion and innovation. And when it comes to digital literacy or digital skills, this remains the same. Digital literacy is essential for everything we do today. Everyone in this room has probably utilized their digital skills already this morning. It's about finding a job, it's about managing healthcare, paying bills, and staying connected with loved ones. But for many, these digital skills are not there, and this creates a digital divide that holds people back. We're proud to partner with many community organizations to try to bridge this gap. Jewish Family Services began workshopping ideas for virtual services even before 2020, recognizing that many individuals in need of services face barriers in accessing them. Even then, it was clear that digital literacy was becoming essential for participating in nearly every aspect of daily life. And as we all witnessed with the onset of the pandemic in 2020, this only intensified. What began with our staff rapidly adapting to virtual service delivery and offering light tech support to clients evolved into a steady expansion of our digital services. My position, a digital coach, was created, and we even launched our own virtual services platform called Wayfinder, which enabled clients to access services where it was most convenient for them. We embedded these digital skills assistants throughout our supportive services, and this progression laid the foundation for our role piloting the Digital Skills Hub program, which continues to build on that momentum. Over the past 5 years, JFS has worked closely with public, business, healthcare, education, and human service sectors as a founding member of the Franklin County Digital Equity Coalition. The Connect Us Digital Skills Hub is a key outcome of this work. Digital Skills Hub offers 10 hours of no-cost digital skills training for Franklin County residents, and income-eligible participants are able to receive a brand new device upon the program completion. So with support from the City of Columbus, from Franklin County, and through our Connect Us partners, such as Smart Columbus, Goodwill, the Columbus Metropolitan Library, and the Educational Service Center of Central Ohio, we developed the initial pilot programs for Digital Skills Hub. Now, we're here today to announce that beginning next month, over 16 coalition partners will begin offering these trainings with the goal to serve over 10,000 Central Ohio residents by 2027. This is a cross-sector effort. Central Ohio is being recognized as a leading community in the United States for bridging the digital divide. Now, let me tell you a little bit about the Digital Skills Hub curriculum. Our curriculum was developed through a community co-design process. This means over 140 residents shared their specific needs, their challenges, and this helps us ensure that our training is tackling real-life barriers that our participants are facing. The curriculum is designed to fit all skill levels, from true beginners to those just looking to hone their computer skills. And it doesn't just teach basic computer operation. We focus on practical applications, things like navigating government websites and services, conducting an effective job search, managing personal finances or online banking, keeping your personal information safe online, and using essential tools that we all know, like Google Apps, email, Zoom, and even social media. These classes are designed to be accessible, they're open to everyone, and regardless of your prior experience or education, you have something to benefit. We offer courses in multiple languages, and we provide accommodations for learners with disabilities. We found through our pilot programs that this inclusive approach has led to a remarkable 92% course completion rate. These services empower Central Ohio residents to use technology safely, confidently, and also build a crucial sense of independence. Plus, for many of our participants, completing the course means not only gaining those skills, but taking home a brand new device. Additionally, Digital Skills Hub allows us to connect participants to further digital skills training opportunities and support services. As a community-wide effort, every one of our partners provides crucial services that benefit residents even beyond Digital Skills Hub. I know for us at Jewish Family Services, participants are able to build on their success in Digital Skills Hub by accessing services such as one-on-one digital coaching, further workforce training, career coaching, and financial counseling, and a lot more. All that to say, Digital Skills Hub is becoming a key touch point for success in our communities. In the past year alone, we've seen incredible progress. We've completed over 90 Digital Skills Hub courses across 27 locations in Franklin County with 7 of our initial partners. And as Commissioner Crowley noted, we've already distributed over 1,000 devices to participants. Every graduate has reported significant improvements in their digital confidence. Digital skills training truly transforms people's lives, and as a digital coach and an instructor for Digital Skills Hub, I've seen this firsthand. Our pre and post assessments show that 83% of participants can now independently complete essential online tasks that they could not before, things like applying for benefits, scheduling appointments, and connecting to loved ones. And the program's goal is clear. We equipped individuals with practical skills, we put a device in their hands, we foster independence, we help bridge that digital divide, and this boosts personal and professional growth. To really see the impact, let me share a few examples of participants I've had the pleasure of working with directly. The first is a Digital Skills Hub participant by the name of Tiana. She's a single parent who felt that her inadequate digital skills was holding her back from getting a better paying job. After completing the Digital Skills Hub program, acquiring those foundational computer skills, a no-cost device that she could take home and use, and a connection to further support services through our agency, she was finally able to land a better paying job. The second is a retired artist named Arthur. Arthur had always worked with traditional art mediums, things like pencils and oil paints, but working with a computer, trying to do something with graphic design just seemed way too intimidating. Digital Skills Hub, again, put a device in his hands. It gave him the practical skills to use it, and it gave him the confidence not just to master the basics, but to push beyond that and realize that even later in life, he could master new skills. And I'm proud to say, after working with Arthur, he's now excitedly bringing his art into the digital world. At JFS, this integration of digital skills into our breadth of services is a key reason our programs are so successful. We meet clients where they are, address their individual needs holistically, and help them build the skills they need to secure better jobs and achieve that long-term self-sufficiency that they need. We like to brag at Jewish Family Services that we're an economic engine, and Digital Skills Hub is becoming a key pillar of our services. We're committed to reaching even more people like Tiana and Arthur across Central Ohio, expanding our digital skills services, and helping thousands more safely and effectively use technology. I think Digital Skills Hub is just the start of this. So to all our partners, to the funders and supporters who have made the Digital Skills Hub possible, as an instructor, I thank you for your vision, your commitment, and your belief in this vital work we're doing. Again, as an instructor, thank you to Smart Columbus, the Smart Columbus team, to my fellow instructors in the room, and to all our partner organizations who have built this program from the ground up. A special thank you to the RISE Center at CMHA, who have served as an amazing host location for Digital Skills Hub classes. And also thank you to my incredible team at Jewish Family Services, to Karen Mosenter, who has supported our involvement in digital skills work and made our service work possible. And finally, thank you to everyone here. Thank you for standing with us to create better opportunities in our community through access to the digital world. It's now my pleasure to introduce our next speaker. Please join me in welcoming Jason Hall, the CEO of the Columbus Partnership.
All right, and good afternoon. It's exciting to be here to mark another step forward toward a Columbus that's growing and improving access in lockstep. My name is Jason Hall, CEO of the Columbus Partnership, an civic organization of 80 civic-minded chief executives in our region, committed to stacking hands and working together with the public sector to move Columbus forward with the Columbus way. And I do want to give a thanks To our innovation team, led by a member of my executive leadership team, Jordan Davis, you and the team have done an awesome job bringing people together, I think, as we heard, to build this from the ground up. You deserve a round of applause on that. I do think we've heard a lot about how it's going to impact lives. I think at moments like this, it's also important for all of us and for the people that have been so heads down working on delivering and creating this opportunity for Columbus and Franklin County to reflect about it in the broader context of where we are as a Columbus and where we need to go. You know, looking through my own lens is the Columbus Partnership. When business leaders came together to form the partnership back in 2002, the challenges we confronted at Columbus would be unimaginable to us today. They were worried about the fact that we weren't growing, our population was stagnating, we weren't diversifying our economy and bringing high-tech jobs. Well, we've solved those problems. 22 years later, because of so many collaborations and a culture of committing to working across the public, private, and civic sectors, just 22 years later, Columbus is the largest city in the state of Ohio. 15th largest city in America, anchoring the fastest growing large metro in the Midwest. And we are one of the most dynamic economies in the United States right now. That has been hard fought, and that was the victory that was delivered to us. And if you think about it, look around, it starts to make sense. I mean, we've got shovels in the ground right now in our home for the largest job creation project in the history of Ohio, down at Anderle. The largest capital investment project in the history of Ohio, up at Intel. And just a few weeks ago, we announced the largest life sciences and biotech expansion project with the second largest biotech company in the world, Amgen, in the history of Ohio. And just this week, we saw more evidence of that. The Fortune 500 list comes out. We're one of the cities in America where our Fortune 500 headquarters, we are growing that roster, not shrinking that roster. In our thriving technology startup scene, like Matt Scantlin's And Health, Alex Tim's Root, and Kara Trott's Quantum Health, which, by the way, just announced its first big acquisition. You want to be a city where your headquarters are acquiring and growing. A common thread through all of this is that we're building a next generation technology economy. But the challenge for our generation in Columbus and in our county now is, what do we do with this growth? We've got to be a place where people see they have access to it in a real world way. And here in Columbus, we're focused on upholding those ideals. You know, and I think in today's political debates, we've lost sight of what it means when we're talking about equity and we're talking about access. This isn't a political debate, folks. This is what made America the most successful economy in the world, is that we reach out and we give a hand up to create economic opportunity no matter what country you come from, no matter what language you speak, or no matter what zip code you were born into. It doesn't matter. And as this country looks for leadership models coming out of the pandemic, the burden on the shoulders of all of us in the room with initiatives like this today is that this country is looking for what a model of working together and solving real problems in real people's lives looks like. And in my mind, that's what the Digital Hub is all about in the work that you're delivering to change lives today. We're already making great strides to build this country's next generation opportunity economy. So I love being with Mayor Ginther. He thinks big and bold, and every time there's more zeros and more commas in the challenges he puts out before us. That's the kind of city I want to live in. We are in the midst of an $8 billion initiative with LinkUs to make sure we're reducing transportation barriers in our economy so people can get to the jobs. Mayor Ginther rolling out the country's first region-wide call to address the housing shortage so that we add affordable housing products at all prices. And he didn't wait for the ink to dry, already rolled out a $500 million commitment to affordable housing in our community under his leadership. And when you put that together with things like we're doing with the Columbus Promise and the leadership from so many in this room, this initiative stacked on top of that, we are doing the work to provide a comprehensive approach for our residents to really have access. So when a young girl hears that we're announcing Anderle, she says that's relevant to my life and I have access to the opportunities in those high-tech economies that we're creating here. So we're already well on our way. A bold initiative, 10,000, as I understand, the largest in the country. Mayor, thank you for keep pushing us to be the biggest and the best. And we're already 1,000 lives changed into meeting that goal. So thank you for everybody that committed to making it happen. It's real easy to say collaboration. It's real hard to do the work. And I am so proud to live in a city and a region where we're making that real every single day. So with that, you've heard from enough folks like us. Let's hear directly from Lives Changed. It is my great privilege and high honor to introduce Nija Gentry, a graduate of the first wave of this program. Let's give a warm welcome to Nija. Congratulations.
Hello, everyone. My name is Nija Gentry. I started the program in late 2024. I started because I registered for Columbus State and I didn't have a computer of my own. And let's face it, computers are expensive, and every class, the first thing on the top of their list is you need your own computer. I started this program as well to basically brush up on my skills, and when I started, honestly, I didn't think I needed anything. Being a younger generation, I always pride myself in learning new things and basically keeping up on everything new. So when I came to the program, I was, oh my God, I'm so nervous. Being in the classroom and seeing that there were different age groups, different backgrounds, different religions, it made me very comfortable. The instructor was there to basically meet everyone where we were at. I was very, comfortable and just, yeah. There was just no judgment. We all had a common goal, and that was to learn. And then at the end of the program, you got a computer. So it was basically, a reward for everything that we learned. I wanted to say thank you to this program. It opened up opportunities that I never would have expected from the skills and tools that it taught me. And I want to introduce Jordan Davies.
Nija and I have gotten to know each other, and she is just such a great advocate for the program. So thank you for coming up here to share your story. I'm here just to say thank you. You've heard a lot from all of the people that have made this possible. Thank you to Mayor Ginther for your leadership and your team at the city, especially Director Orth. Where are you? This would not be possible without your vision and your commitment. To President Crowley, the county has been a steadfast partner in this from the beginning, and thank you for that. And Adam Frumpkin, the man behind the county's commitment, has been alongside this as a huge advocate of the devices component. Again, we would not be here without you. Thank you. There are also a lot of people in this room who have real ownership of this effort because they're members of the Digital Equity Coalition, which means that they got a call to action during the pandemic and they rallied together to figure out how do we close, what is this divide that is plaguing so many families and people in this community, and how do we solve it? And they connected so many dots. We put a lot of Band-Aids in place. But then they rallied and said, we need long-term solutions, and we need to close this divide for good. This investment that we talked about from the city and county is not just in this program. It's in a series of true bridges that we will build to close this divide with solid foundations. And that is so important because these one-off programs by one organization have limits. They can only impact so many people. But this problem is at scale. 80,000 households are without internet today. Even more are without devices that have a large screen. We need these critical connection points to even participate today. I think about whatever this is going to be, a daughter or a son. Their future will have technology in every facet of their life, even starting from birth with the fancy baby monitors that they will wear. And so it's just unacceptable to accept that there is this degree of disconnection. And so we have to come to the table with solutions at scale. And that's why we are here together, for collective action. I'm really proud of the work that we're doing together. So thank you all for being on this journey and for committing to imagining a future where this problem does not exist. I'm grateful that we are in Central Ohio, where we have the best shot at showing the possible. Smart Columbus, which is a civic innovation lab, really a true public-private partnership. It's been a long time effort between the city. It's housed at the partnership. We are just here to be your backbone. You all are here to do the work out in the community. You're the experts with the relationships, and we want to empower you. And so this program will be offered in every corner of Franklin County for every demographic we can possibly help to serve, in every language we can translate to. Because it is that critical that there is no barrier to closing this divide. So thank you for being a part of this journey. Let's do big things together. This is just the first step. So 10,000 by 2027, we can do it. Thank you all.